name is Jennifer, and today I'll be reviewing some self-laminating sticker sheets. As you may know, I recently upgraded my sticker sheets by adding a matte laminate, which makes them feel much more professional. I found that by adding a laminate, it helped with the cutting process since the sticker paper itself was a little too thin, and it also made my stickers scratch resistant and water resistant. Now, some people were asking during past events if my stickers could be on water bottles, and while my die cut stickers already had a laminate, my sticker sheets didn't, because at first I just wanted to use them for stationery, and I didn't really think about having the tiny stickers on water bottles. But now, you can put them on water bottles. It's fine now. The brand of laminate I use for my sticker sheets is called LALLAMA, and they were kind enough to send me some of their different textures to try today. So today, we'll be taking a look at their dazzling glitter, 3D holographic, leather, crisp linen, and fine mesh textures. As a disclaimer, I am not paid to make this video. I was simply gifted the textures to try out, so all opinions are my own. We'll see if I like them or not, if I'll use them or not. And yeah, each package comes with 10 sheets of laminate, and they also come with this really cute small pair of scissors as well. They're super portable, and since I ordered so many packages, I actually now have a pair in each room in my house. And unfortunately, a lot of their laminate only come in packages of 10 to 20, which means I'll be getting a lot more pairs of scissors in the future. This collaboration of sorts actually happened because I messaged them about this particular issue where I wanted to know if they sold their laminate in a larger pack so I wouldn't have to, order like 6 packs of it at a time when I print out my sticker sheets. But it's just gotten to a point where it's actually really convenient to have so many pairs of scissors in my house. So I guess I'll get to a point where if anyone wants them, I'll just start giving up scissors to people. But for now, it's a non-issue. They also come with these little like squeegee pads, which are nice if you don't have one, but I will say the one gripe I have about it is that it's fuzzy on one side, which I guess is fine for some projects, but for me personally, my hands are often a little sweaty, which is, not great. But what happens is the fuzz kind of comes off and sticks to my hand, so there are a couple B-grade sticker sheets I have because there's black fuzz under them. Aside from that, I am very excited to try all of the textures out, because so far I've only tried the matte laminate. So starting with the dazzling glitter. It has a sandy texture all over the sheet, and you can see the little sparkles when you move it around in the light. I scrubbed my fingers over the page a couple of times just to see if any specks may come off, because it was so shiny. I was kind of worried it would be like those glitter craft projects where you touch it and then it's just glitter everywhere. It's stuck on your hands, your face, you find it in your bed the next day. But no, it doesn't do that. There was no sign of fall off whatsoever, and even after scratching with my nails, it seems nothing moved. It seemed that the glittery effect was actually made just by the way the plastic was cut, which is really cool that there's no fall off. And of course, I had to use the laminate to properly test it. So with the dazzling glitter laminate, it goes on smoothly. I really like it. I think it's really pretty. And overall, I am pleasantly surprised at the quality of the laminate, and I would probably use it again. I could totally see myself using it for like Valentine's Day stuff, maybe some cute cards. I'm not sure if I would replace the matte laminate with this, but it's definitely a nice option if you were looking to have, something special, a different type of texture for your paper. Okay, now on to the 3D holographic. This is actually one of the textures I was the most excited for. When LALLAMA asked if there were any other textures in particular that I wanted to try, I actually asked them to send me the glitter and hollow ones. As you can see, this hollow laminate is super shiny, and it totally gives off that 3D effect. When you look at it long enough, it looks like the reflections are actually floating on top of the laminate instead of just being printed on, if that makes any sense. To me, it's a super cool effect. And one thing I would like to know, however, is that this hollow laminate looks like it's made of squares. So if you're going for complete uniformity in your stickers, this might throw it off since there are squares. And, it might not line up perfectly when you're cutting them. However, if you don't mind that effect, I think it's relatively cool. It's very 3D. The texture of the laminate is super smooth, but when you scratch it with your nails, you can pick up on a slight indent. One thing I would like to note is that earlier when you just look at the laminate by itself, it definitely looks like it's made up of squares, which might be a little intimidating if you wanted all your stickers to look rather uniform. But what I noticed is after laminating everything, you actually can't tell that it's made up of squares, and it actually looks just really cool. So I personally would definitely be reusing this laminate for future projects. And now for the leather laminate. I don't think I've ever seen any brand have a leather laminate before, which was, super interesting. I was actually really excited to try out their more fabric-y textures because I didn't even consider them at first, but they included them and I was like, oh my gosh, these are actually really cool. So just by feeling the texture, I can't pick up on too much. It definitely feels a lot like the satin finish one or the matte one, as I mentioned before, but when you rotate it in the sun, you can kind of see that the laminate is made up of these tiny triangles, which gives it that leather look. It also kind of looks like a cracking laminate, even though it isn't, which makes me feel like I'm more likely to use it on prints over stickers. So I actually went ahead and laminated the front of one of my mini prints as well. It definitely resembles leather, so I can see this being used for those paper doll projects for extra texture, but I just don't know if I would personally use it for my prints or sticker designs. So similarly, the crisp linen texture also feels like it would be better for prints. It's one of those where you look at it and it definitely looks like linen. And when you feel it, the texture is a lot more obvious to touch compared to the leather one. It almost gives off this canvas vibe. And in the light, the little triangles that make up the texture really shine through. I feel like it would be really interesting to try this out on a print as well, so let's give it a shot. So I actually really like how this one turned out. It almost feels like a canvas, and I feel like it would be really nice as a laminate for sticker book covers as well. And finally, let's take a look at the fine mesh texture. This one also has a scrubbing sound just like the 3D holographic one. The texture is a little rougher than the other ones, and I feel like it has a more plasticky feel to it. I also wanted to add that the fine mesh texture, after it goes on, it no longer feels as plasticky. In fact, it feels the most like fabric, which was really odd. Yeah, I actually quite like it. I feel like it gives this really cozy feeling to some of my stickers, so I might use this in the future as well. Out of all the textures I got to try, I'm actually the most impressed by the holographic and glitter ones, but surprisingly also the fine mesh one. I felt like the fine mesh texture was actually a lot better than I expected, and the holographic one as well. The holographic one is so pretty and I love the way it goes on. Personally, I probably will stick to matte laminate for most cases, but I can definitely see myself using some of these different textures in the future for special occasions. Anyways, so thank you so much for LALLAMA for sending me these laminate to test out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat informative. I put all the links down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!